Hey guys, so sorry for the poor lighting situation. It's kind of dark and gloomy out today. It's not the sunniest of days, and it's only 9 in the morning, 9:18. And I thought I would just do like a chit-chatty get ready with me video because I haven't done one of these in a long time, and I don't know, they're a really easy video to do because, you know, you don't really have to sit down and, you know, think of something to talk about. You can kind of just chit chat. What is that right there? Oh, that's the corner of my mirror. Oh my gosh, I was like, what is that thing? So I'm just getting ready right now. I have to go to my new job, and it's technically my second day of work, and oh my gosh. I know a lot of you guys, you probably can't take me seriously right now, can you? I know that a lot of you guys that watch me because you have, you know, anxiety and depression, or one or the other, or something else kind of related to mental health things. Let me just say, the past few days have been just really bad. I mean, I haven't filmed any new videos. My first day of work it's Thursday now, and my first day was on Tuesday, and it was, I mean, I wasn't nervous going really because I was just like, oh, first day, you know, they don't really expect anything of me. But, you know, now I'm kind of feeling that scared feeling. So, I don't know, like yesterday I had off, which I was kind of glad for, but kind of not, because I'm one of those people, I need to just keep going. I can't, you know, creep back into old habits, especially when it's something new. So, like, I always remember, like, the first day of school, I would always be tempted to stay home the second day. Like, you know, I would get there for the first day, and then the second day I'd be like, no. Like, no, I can't do it. So I feel like it's kind of the same for this, and it's kind of pathetic. I don't know if that's the right word. Sad, weird, that I haven't broken habits that I've had since I was a young child. It's just how I am. And I was even talking to my mom this morning, and she's like, you know, I've never been able to make you do something that you didn't want to do. I'm just like, yeah, you know, like, that's true. Like, if I don't want to go somewhere, I've never done anything in life a minute before I was ready to. You know, like, if it was in my control, I controlled it. And, you know, with this, all right, I have to put my eyebrows on. I can't look at myself in the viewfinder with no eyebrows on. I don't know, I look like a baby. I don't know, and I had coffee this morning, so I've also noticed that I can't really do anything social-like unless I have coffee. I feel like that's not probably the best way of coping with social anxiety, but it's a temporary help just to get me over this hump in life. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? It's working for me so far. I'm just gonna go with it until it gets to be where I'm having 3 cups of coffee a day and can't do anything because I'm jittery. I also get super jittery even when I eat and have coffee. I don't know, caffeine and myself just aren't friends. But when I was serving at my last job, you know, people would ask me like, oh my gosh, like, how do you serve when you have social anxiety? And you're probably wondering that. If you have any kind of anxiety, you're just like, you know, you could probably never picture yourself doing that. And I couldn't either. But coffee really helped. And I'm not promoting any kind of, you know, would you call that substance abuse? I don't think so, but it definitely helped me, and it's better than, you know, being an alcoholic, I suppose, in theory. But, yeah, coffee just helps me get through the day socially. I'm not one of those people that has trouble waking up, you know, I'm not like, oh, I can't do anything until I have coffee. I'm one of those people, like, I literally can't speak to people unless I have coffee. What else? Yeah, like, I don't know. After my first day, the other day, maybe I could, you know, go more in depth about everything as it happens. But when Brandon picked me up after my first day the other day, I got in the car, and do you ever just feel so overstimulated that you just can't speak at all? Anybody ever feel that way? Like, you are literally just so, I don't even know the right word. Like, you're just so, like, everything happening at once, and you literally can't speak. Like, he was asking me questions, and I just couldn't even bring myself to talk. I was just like, yeah. And my answers were like very short. Like, did you have a good day? Are you hungry? How was it? You know, like, just, yeah. So, it's so dark in here. I'm so sorry. Let me just see if I can pull these blinds up. There, I think that's a little bit better. What was I saying? Yeah, but I always remember feeling that way after my first days of school and everything, and like my mom would try to talk to me about it, and I just wouldn't, not that I even wouldn't want to talk about it, but I physically felt like I couldn't even open my mouth. Like, I was just stunned. You know what I mean? Like an animal when a light flashes on it, when it's like that's me after the first day of anything. I'm just like, eh. So, I don't know, like, and it's hard for me also because I don't know what aspects of my anxiety are contributing to this and what parts of depression are contributing to this. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the depression aspect is like I can't get out of bed, and then the anxiety aspect is like I can't breathe. So it's just like a mixture of the both, and you know, it's very overwhelming, and it's hard. Oh. And it's hard, especially when you are surrounded by people that don't have the same issues. I mean, I feel like the people that do get it are my sisters, because they're, you know, we are one and the same, so I feel like they get it, you know, but it's hard for me to convey how I feel to like my mom or to Brandon, where, you know, they want to be sympathetic and they want to understand, but it's like, you know, one of those things where it's like, unless you've been there, you don't really get it. You know, it's the same with anything in life, really. Unless you've been there firsthand, you just don't really understand it. I don't know, like, I was debating whether or not to even go back today. You know, have you ever just had such a terrible first day that it makes you just not, you know, you just given up with, you're like, no, I can't, I can't go back, I can't do this, yada yada, all that. That's, you know, that's been me for the past day. So I'm just like, because I don't know, like, my first day was really weird, where, you know, I thought I was just gonna be watching like training videos all day, which is what you would expect, right? You know, your first day, watch training videos, duh, that's what you would think. But then after I took a break and I came back, it seemed like they didn't know what to do with me being there. Does that make sense? Like, it felt like they didn't have a plan for me or know what I was supposed to be doing. And it kind of felt like nobody there wanted to help me, like train me, you know what I mean? So I was just kind of floating around, and they basically pushed me out into it without even really realizing it. You know, they're like, oh, just go help her, you know, stock stuff, unbox stuff, whatever. Okay, like, I don't know what anything is. And then I have customers asking me where stuff is, asking me for help, and it's like, this is my literal first day. I have been working here for 3 hours. I don't know what you want. Probably longer than 3 hours, I don't know. But, you know, like, that was overwhelming, because, you know, the one girl there that I was talking to, she's like, oh, this is like your legit first day? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, I wasn't out on the floor for like a week. I was in the back watching videos. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. I don't really know what's going on here. So, yeah, it's like, yeah, that's kind of overwhelming. I don't know. I just don't really feel like I'm that much of a people person, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like, I don't know why talking to a camera is like second nature for me. I don't know why I can just pick up a camera and have a full-blown conversation with basically myself at the moment. But having a conversation with a person is just like I no comprende. I don't understand. But, and you know, I always joke about like hating people. I'm always like, oh, I hate people. But I've realized, and I said this the other day and it made more sense, that I don't hate people. I hate how I am when I'm around people. Does that make sense? So like, it's not them, it's literally me. And I just hate that I can't people. I can't person. I'm a cat. I don't know. So yeah, I think like so often when somebody says they hate something, that's more of a reflection on themselves than the other thing. Like when I say, oh, I hate this, you know, that's more like, okay, what's wrong with me that I don't like that? You know what I mean? Like in my recent pet peeves video, I talked about that I hated when people didn't have control of their dogs, didn't train their dogs. And it's like, okay, that is because I was attacked by a dog, and you know. So I feel like everything, or most things, I don't want to put everything in the same bucket, I guess, but I guess most things in life that we don't like, that feeling kind of comes from something else. So, you know, I don't even know where I'm going with this. Brandon said I'm like the most rambly person he knows. I feel like I could just ramble all day about nothing, but yet not even be able to hold a little casual conversation with somebody. Explain that. I don't know. I need like my own radio show. I don't know. And like, I know like not all of you guys are religious, and I get that, but you know, for those of you that aren't, but you still watch me, like I honestly have respect for people that can respect other people's views and things like that without, you know, taking it personally and without being offended by it and without feeling the need to try to change them. You know what I mean? Because I've always been that person, you know, like I watch YouTubers that I don't share beliefs and views with, or even likes and dislikes with, you know what I mean? Like I just, you know, people are people to me. Oh, there comes the sun. Okay. So it's just like, you know, we're all, and especially YouTube, it's like, you know, we're all here for the same reason. Everybody is, you know, to watch videos, to make videos, whatever it is, you know, and I just think there should just be a mutual respect. And, you know, so if you watch me and, you know, you're not a Christian, I think that says a lot about you. And, you know, I have respect for people that can, you know, support somebody that doesn't necessarily agree with them. I feel like it's so easy to find something you disagree with about somebody and then just be like, nope, done with you, bye. For people that haven't done that to me, oh my gosh, I could have sworn I just saw something move. That was probably my shadow, I think. Yeah, I don't know, anyway, what I was saying with that before I got sidetracked is like, I know all of you guys aren't religious, but I definitely want to do some more religion-based videos. And, you know, if that's not your thing, like, you don't have to watch. But, I mean, not even, like, you know, me preaching it up and, you know, telling you what to do and things, but just kind of, like, sharing personal growth type things through God and, you know, things like that. Because, you know, I feel like that's a lot of the reason why some of you guys are subscribed to me, because of my God Save My Life self-harm story video, you know. So a lot of people are like, you know, do more mental health videos, do more videos about, you know, God and religion and things like that. And, you know, like, I woke up this morning and did not even want to get out of bed. And I think everybody in the world has been there, where you just feel defeated and frustrated and drained and tired, and you don't even want to bother with the day. You're just like, no, like, I am already done with today and I haven't even gotten up. And so, you know, I was going through this thing where I don't even know how to phrase this. Oh, and I think I got makeup in my eye. Oh my Lord. I was going through this time where I don't think I was frustrated with God necessarily, but I was frustrated with myself and my relationship with God. Like, I kind of felt like it was very strenuous and like nothing was happening, you know what I mean? And let me me just blendy blend. And so that was frustrating because, you know, and I was trying so hard, and I was just saying to, I don't know who I said this to. I said it to somebody, I think my mom probably, or my Nana, I don't know, but I was just like, you know, like, I don't even know, you know, what I believe anymore. It doesn't feel like anything is happening. And I think everybody kind of has that moment in time where they don't know what they believe. They don't, you know, they question things. They question everything. I saw this super powerful video, and I'll link it down below if I can find it, but this guy talking about having doubts with things. And the one thing he said, I'll probably misquote this, but he said, like, in the words of God, like, don't doubt me, doubt your doubts. You know, that's what I'm trying to do now, like, with this job and everything. I'm trying not to doubt myself. I'm trying to just doubt the doubts that I have. And, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can talk and do eyeliner. There we go. Alright. Oh, I messed up. You know, now I understand why girls go and get their eyeliner tattooed, because it's just, it's ridiculous that this is a everyday occurrence. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't know, I was just going through a really, not dark, but just kind of empty point in my life, and that's why I kind of put a hold on mental health videos, because I didn't even want to bring that out, you know what I mean? I didn't want to sit and talk about depression when I'm depressed, you know? I kind of want to be somebody that shares things like that as somebody who knows how to get through it in a good way. You know, if I'm sitting there giving advice about depression and then I turn off the camera and sulk and cry and sit in the dark, who is that really helping? It's not really helping anybody. So, you know, I mean, and the other day I was having a full-on anxiety attack, which doesn't happen too often, but when it does, it's really, really, really bad. You know, sometimes you say things in those moments that you didn't even know you felt. Things just come out. Something I said was, because Brandon said to me, like, you've literally helped thousands of people, and I was like, yeah, but I can't even help myself most of the time. And thinking back on that, oh, where'd the sun go? Thinking back on that, that's just like a powerful thing to feel, you know, like thinking of all the people that I've helped through my videos, and then days like that where I don't even feel like I can help myself. That's discouraging, and that's rough, you know. Also, I've said before that if I had naturally dark hair, I would never wear makeup. Like, literally, if my eyebrows were like this naturally and I had dark eyelashes, I would never wear makeup ever. Okay? I just feel like I look like a toe without makeup on, you know what I mean? I don't know, like, I leave the house without makeup on. That's like, I don't know, people ask me, like, you know, are you comfortable not wearing makeup? In high school, I don't think I ever went a single day to school without makeup on, even in middle school. Once I started wearing makeup, it was a everyday thing. But I don't know, like, when I'm going to work or school or something, you know, I just feel the need to try to look my best, and like I actually tried. You know, I don't know, I feel more like myself when I have makeup on, but I'm fine going out without it. You know, I go to the store without makeup, you know, I go places without makeup on, but, and it's also funny because I'm like self-conscious that I'm unrecognizable. You know what I mean? It's not even like I'm self-conscious about how I look, because I don't think I look bad without makeup, but it's like I feel like people don't recognize me. I had to run real quick to my new job the other day because they needed something, and it was like urgent and last minute when they were doing paperwork for me, and they're like, okay, like, we need you to come now. And I had like just woken up, so all I did was put on my eyebrows and I went, and I was like so afraid that like they weren't even gonna know who I was. But you know, I feel like that's more in my mind. But no, that's happened to me before. Like, I've gone to places where I see people almost every day, and I've gone without makeup, and they'd be like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't even recognize you, like, you look different, yeah. You know, I feel like I'm one of those people that just looks like two different people with it without makeup on. And, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just, you know, certain people look different. Like, my mom looks super different without makeup on. Like, not even bad, like just without makeup on, she just looks different, you know what I mean? And then there's other people that I can't even tell if they have makeup on or not. Like, they'll be like, oh, I didn't have time to put makeup on today, and I'll be like, wait, what? You're not wearing any makeup? And I was like, I don't know. Super dark in here. I didn't want to bring my lighting equipment while I'm getting ready because I didn't want to like sweat everything off. Speaking of sweat, did I even put deodorant on? Do you ever do this? Like, anybody else? Like, yeah, I did. Okay. And also, like, I'll do my makeup and I'll think that it looks great, and then I'll go stand in front of the window or go outside, and then I'll look in a mirror and I'll be like, ugh, like, what is that? What is that? That's kind of like those mirrors in like Sephora and things like that. I've only been in a Sephora, I think, once, if that even was a Sephora. I don't know. I don't know, the lighting in there and the mirrors they had make you look horrible. So then you're like, oh, I probably need this like $40 foundation to look better. That's the same with when I go and film a video. Like, I'll do my makeup and, you know, the lighting will be like this and I'll be like, oh, I look pretty good. And then I'll turn on my umbrella light and I'll be like, oh, Lord, help me. Like, what is that? So, I mean, and Brandon will like be blending out my foundation and I'll just be like, listen, if you had any idea how difficult it is to see everything in this kind of lighting, boy. That was like when I was in high school. I think even in middle school too, but I would wake up at 5 in the morning just so I could do my makeup before school. And, you know, that's just the kind of person I am. Like, I would rather wake up and get ready than sleep in and look like a bum all day. I don't know. My mom is the same way. Like, everyone I know is the same way. We'd rather look good than, you know, sleep in and probably feel a bit better. So, yeah, I would wake up at 5 in the morning just to do my makeup, and I'm just like, you know, there were days I was like, you know, do I really need to put makeup on? The answer is yes. I don't know. I would love to just be able to wake up and just look like this and then just go somewhere. And putting on makeup is a drag. Before I started doing my eyebrows, and I only started doing my eyebrows maybe like, I don't know, not even 2 years ago. It's been only like a year, I think. A little over a year, I don't know. But once I discovered doing my eyebrows, first of all, there's no going back. There's just, once you've discovered eyebrow pencil and filling in your brows, girl, there's a point of no return, and I've reached it because I cannot go back from doing my brows. So, I don't know, and this is my favorite brow, and then this one just, I don't know, it always kind of looks weird. And my tip for doing eyebrows, especially if you're relatively new at it, is to pluck them after you fill them in, okay? Because one time I was just plucking at them, and then I go to fill them in and there's like nothing there, and I'm just like, ugh. So I would fill them in, and then hairs that aren't within the shape that you want, just pluck them out, girl. Because especially if you have blonder eyebrows like mine, it's very easy to not be able to see the shape of everything. So, yeah, just little tip, little trick. I also use Q-tips to blend them. Q-tips are just good for everything. They're just amazing. And one time at my old job, an older woman asked me if my eyebrows were tattooed on, and that was like the best day of my life. Not really, but you get what I mean. It's just like, girl, I made it. Like, this is an accomplishment. Like, forget everything else I've ever done. This is it, girl. But I was just like, girl, that's the look I was going for. I don't know, I love that. Just, when I see girls with super bushy eyebrows and like they're just fleeked, I'm just like, girl, yes, get it. Yeah, because I knew a girl that naturally super dark hair. Her eyebrows were just so thick, and she was like, I would always get teased about my eyebrows in school, and now it's like trendy. And I'm just like, yeah, I would always get teased about my lips. Not even teasing, but just kind of pointing it out, like, your lips are really big. And I'm just like, yeah, I didn't notice. But, you know, now it's like, that's the thing. And, you know, people with bigger butts, you know, that's the thing now, because things change, trends change, and, you know, maybe one day you'll wake up and whatever you have going on, that'll be the trend. You never know. Because there's things that people made fun of that nowadays they wish that they had, girl. You know, that girl in school with bushy eyebrows you made fun of, she's probably on fleek now. You know, and I always say be careful who you know, out you know, who you don't want to be around in school, because, you know, you never know who they're gonna grow up to be. You just never know. You know, you always see those things like celebrity ugly ducklings, and then they grow up to be super hot. Like, you just, not that it's even all about looks, but it's just, you never know what somebody's gonna turn into, you know what I mean? Like, the person nobody ever had a crush on grows up to be super successful and super pretty, and you're just like, okay. Taylor Swift, how many people do you think wish they had been nicer to her in school? Holy crap. Taylor Swift is from Pennsylvania, and I actually know where she lived. Well, not like exactly, but like the area where she grew up was literally like maybe a half hour away from where I grew up. So like, that's ridiculous. At one point I was probably in close perimeters with the unfamous Taylor Swift, so that's pretty cool. And it's funny, like, discovering the different celebrities are from like where you're from, because I heard Kevin Hart in a vitamin water ad. I was like, is he from Philly? Just by the way he said water, and I looked it up, and yeah, it was from Philadelphia area, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, small world. Small world. Because he says water like wooder, like how my mom does, and I'm just like, I don't know why I don't say that. I don't know. Like, sometimes people in the comments like ask where I'm from because I sound, you know, like northeastern, but like, to me I don't sound, you know, weird, different accent, I don't know. But no, like, people from Florida have asked where I'm from because I guess how I talk, but I used to say like Florida, and if you're from the Northeast you probably would say Florida. I don't know. I feel like I've adapted somewhat to not talking that way, and now when I talk to my family, sometimes they sound a bit northern to me, which is weird. Which is really weird. And even though I grew up in like the Philadelphia suburbs area, I don't know why, but to me, like, New Jersey accents have always been super weird. Like, just completely different. Even though New Jersey is like, what, 40 minutes away from where I lived, it was, I don't know, it's different. If you live in New Jersey, you might not even notice, but it's like, it's super different. Actually, I don't think I always noticed that. I think it's more in like my adult life that I notice it. But don't get me wrong, I love New Jersey. Well, I've only been to certain parts of it, but I've been to Ocean City in New Jersey, and that's like my favorite place ever. So yeah, so I guess that's it for this, so this video isn't too long for you guys. Yeah, I have to go pretty soon, so I don't know, I'm just nervous and, you know, don't really know what today is gonna be like. Did I ever even finish what I was saying about God and stuff? I don't know, but I think what I meant to say was that, you know, my mom called me, and like at the end of our phone call she prayed with me, and at the beginning of the phone call I was just not okay at all, and by the end of it, you know, like, she prayed with me, and then afterward we hung up, and I felt so much weight lifted off my shoulders. And, you know, even on like my God Saved My Life video, people are just like, oh, God didn't save your life, you did, like, give yourself some credit and things like that. But it's like, you know, to a certain point, things aren't within my control, you know, like anxiety, like, you know, people can just be like, oh, well, don't worry about it. Telling someone with anxiety to not worry about something, what? I don't know, I felt a sense of peace and relief, and like, okay, like, almost like it's no longer in my hands, it's in God's hands, and whatever happens today, whatever happens, and, you know, it is what it is, and I just, you know, just leave it up to God and just do my best, and all I have to do is get there and try, and anything that happens after that it is what it is, I guess. So I find a lot of peace in that. I don't know, for anybody else that is a Christian, believes in God, they probably know what I'm talking about, where when you're going through something like this, it almost helps to feel like it's in somebody else's control to, you know, see where it goes. I'm probably gonna ramble. I feel like I could ramble. This is probably a whole separate video in itself, but yeah, I'm like, I don't know, I'm just super nervous, and are my hands shaking? I don't even know, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. It's about 9:55 now, so I spent about close to 40 minutes getting ready. I'm probably gonna fix up my face a bit, and then I'm gonna head out, probably like a half hour. My throat hurts from talking so much now. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to me, and you know, let me know if you like these videos, because I could definitely do them again if you guys like these. I don't know, I like watching get ready with me videos, and I like it, you know, I don't know, it just feels like you're just hanging out with somebody. So if you like these, let me know in the comments. Yeah, also comment on anything else that I may have mentioned, and just thank you guys for your support. Your guys' support is one of the biggest aspects of my life, and I just love you guys, and I almost don't even know what to say with, you know, what I feel toward my subscribers, my panda pals, my friends, my viewers, whatever you want to refer to yourself as. I feel so much love and peace and humbleness. I'm humbled. Be humbled. That's not a word, but it is now. But yeah, I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, panda hugs. I love you guys. Bye!